next fight coming up, downtown Leona Brown and Sonia Emery.
Leona Brown 5-0, and Sonia Emery 4-2. Emery 4-2, Austin, Texas. It's Sonia Emery, 26 years old. This is how they match up. Brown 28, Emery 26. The height for Emery at 5'5" versus 4'11.5. They're both at 119, and the reach will be in the advantage of Sonia Emery, 65-63. We saw earlier how Kathy Rivers was able to use her reach to defeat Dawn Quinton. Now Sonia Emery with a couple inches, and let's see how she uses it on that lady, Leona Downtown Brown. And Downtown Brown has been known to overcome a few reach disadvantages. She's a fine fighter.
She certainly is, and you know, she is really anxious to fight this fight. 2 fights she had scheduled that didn't come about because of pregnancies and other things. She's really anxious tonight to get this fight on. Sonia Emery is going to be a tough opponent. She's fought 2 fights within a week. Just this past year, and knocked both of her opponents out. So I think that this is going to be a real good fight. I think Leona's going to have her hands filled with Sonia.
2 fights in 1 week. That's a brutal schedule.
Yeah, well, I should clarify, the pregnancy was not Leona's pregnancy.
Right.
It was her opponent's. And she couldn't fight the fight here. It was right here in Atlantic City. And so we had her she helped us commentate.
Leona Brown, and there's Sonia Emery. Look for a fighter to be nice and warm, and Sonia the silencer. Let's see if she has the silencer at her disposal this evening.
She fights out of the same gym that Nisa Zamaran trains, and they're friends. They don't actually spar together because of the weight difference, but they're friends.
All right, we're ready for the introductions. Let's get them now.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior featherweight division. Your referee in control of the contest is Tony Orlando. Introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing white trunks with black trim, weighing in at 119 pounds, her outstanding professional record, 4 wins, 2 wins coming by way of knockout, and no defeats, from Pauling, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting downtown, Leona Brown. Her opponent is in the red corner, wearing purple trunks with black trim. She also weighs in at 119 pounds. Her professional record, 4 wins, all coming by way of knockout. With only 2 defeats, here she is from Austin, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Sonia Emery.
And Tony Orlando will do his thing.
Okay, ladies, you receive your instructions. Let's have a clean professional fight. Touch gloves, go back to your corner. Come on.
Ready to go, and Leona Brown with victories over Sue Chase, as you get a look at Sonia Emery. Sue Chase, Natasha Wilburn, Lisa Foster, and Judy Maryland. Sonia Emery lost to Cynthia Crowder, has come back since. So let's see how it shakes out here. Emery with the reach advantage. Leona Brown with a left hook. She says, so much for your reach.
Right. She'll get right inside that reacher. That's what her plan is anyway. And her plan is to attack the body, get inside, and get the job done. Like I said, she's anxious to fight. She hasn't fought in a while, so she needs some ring work, according to her. She's more of a brawler. Sonia says she's a boxer, and that's what we'll be seeing tonight with these 2 fighters.
Well, given the reach, Sonia Emery would like to be on the outside. And here is Brown taking it away on the inside. Good explosiveness on the inside by Leona Brown.
Brown's used to being in there with fighters that are taller than her. She's only 4'11.5", so there's usually a height difference with her fighters, and she doesn't seem to have much trouble.
Leona Brown coming straight ahead, bobbing and weaving, looking for punching room on the inside. And Emery trying to keep her off. So every body shot that Leona Brown gets might be putting her 1 step closer toward finding some room to take her opponent out. This one's set for 6. They are junior featherweights. Leona Brown, Sonia Emery. This is Dave Fontempo along with Lucy Jones. Glad you're joining us.
Leona's last fight was against Natasha Wilburn, and she scored a 4th-round TKO, but she basically was controlling that entire fight. And Natasha was clearly outclassed. Leona gave her a boxing lesson pretty much. So I don't know that she's fought any. This might be one of her toughest opponents, Sonia, if Sonia can get her reach working for her and box a little bit.
We come to the end of round 1, and Brown doing a good job on the inside.
All you gotta watch for is just trying to set up the right hand, okay? So you take a jab, you stick your jab, you work your way in, all right? Big combination. When he's punching, move your head. That was a good round. Just watch that. That's all she's trying to do is get that little jab, trying to set up a right hand. You got me covered on this? You parry the jab, you come back, you step in behind the jab. You slip underneath, you come back right hand, left hook. Big combination.
We start round 2. Leona Brown and Sonia Emery. Brown in the white trunks, trying to do good work to the body. And Emery on the outside, trying to jab her way in. And Lucy Brown, a real rough customer on the inside.
She absolutely is, and she doesn't have any problem telling you about it. She's talked about as a trash talker. You either love her or you hate her, the fighters say. But, you know, her opponents, the totals, they have 3 wins, 22 losses, and 3 draws. So she really hasn't been in there with a lot of quality opponents as far as their records are concerned. But she certainly is in with a tough opponent right now, and she's doing a real nice job.
This is an opponent with a winning record, 4-2.
With 4 knockouts.
So from that perspective, Leona Brown can take a big step up with a win, and Sonia Emery showing that she deserves to be where she is. That was a good right hand she landed, and another one using that reach.
Yeah. She competes in triathlons, swims, runs, and bikes. She's a cyclist.
That's an excellent combination if you're going to be a boxer. If you have any kind of a chin and you can put that together, the stamina factor has to be to your edge later.
Absolutely.
But I only have to go 10 rounds. I have to swim 20 miles and fight 10 more.
And this is only 6, so she should be in good shape for that. Although they're taking those body shots will take a little bit out of her, I'm sure.
And Brown trying to pour that in. So we've got a nice fight going here as Leona Brown on the inside and Sonia Emery on the outside, both showing you how they got to this point. That's the success for both. 3-punch combination by Emery. That was nice. Leona Brown coming back in round 2, a good one for Emery.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to pick up your program. One lucky.
You're getting inside and let her hit you.
Captain Collins autograph. So don't forget to get your program. And one lucky guest tonight will walk away with an autographed picture of Kathy the Wildcat Collins.
And early on, Emery on the outside, and she gets good positioning here.
Yeah, Brown able to get in there, but Emery landed a nice right there.
Nice right behind the jab, and she was able to do it a couple times in the round and making Leona Brown miss over the top.
Get your breath. Get your breath. Let's go. Let me see you go. Lots of combinations now. Let's go.
We start the 3rd round. Leona Brown, Sonia Emery. Emery in the dark trunks, jabbing nicely. Had a good 2nd round. Leona Brown was in tight on her in the 1st round.
Yeah, that was a good round. It was a close round, but I think I'd have to give Emery the edge in the second round.
But she had a good round too, and Brown with a good first round. So
this fight dead even on my card.
I would have it the same way. And now whittles it down to a 4-rounder here. Good jab by Emery. Brown coming in, landing 2 strong shots. This is a nice matchup because Emery is well-schooled outside. Brown is well-schooled inside, and one of these women is going to impose their will, and that's going to be the fight.
That's right, and they're both doing it at different times in the fight, and the last one will win. But this is really a nice matchup, as you said. And we had, predicted earlier in the night when we were talking, this was going to be one of the better fights on the card. She's holding her arm there, Leona holding Emery's arm.
Emery on the outside, takes a left hook from Leona Brown. And now Brown with the jab, and blood coming from the nose of Sonia Emery. So Leona Brown, feisty, to say the least. Just when you think Emery's got her number on the outside, Brown comes back.
Yeah, Leona doesn't quit. She'll put the pressure on. As long as she's standing up, she'll put the pressure on. And she has a projected fight in September for a title.
All on the line here.
You're inside and you're letting her hit you inside. If you fight outside,
Ladies and gentlemen, the individual who receives the program with Kathy Collins is
She's fine.
also receives 2 ringside tickets a night at the Tropicana, and it's all happening on September 11th.
And here is Brown getting on the inside, and there's a good jab and right hand, and right after that we saw blood from Emery.
Yeah, we talked about last fight with Leona. She needed to throw more combinations. Looks like she's worked a little more on that. She was throwing just maybe 1 or 2 punches at a time before, and she's trying to get her combinations together. She's been more successful tonight.
You want a sip of water? Okay, open up. You got popping outside, you do fine.
We start round 4 with Leona Brown and Sonia Emery hooked up in a good one. Emery's boxing, and Brown boxing to get inside, attempting to slug, and the blood still there early in round 4 for Sonia Emery. And Brown attracted to that like a shark.
Absolutely, she went right after that. Right, what a fighter should do.
Even if it means nothing in the scoring, and it
Right.
doesn't, fighters gravitate to that, and they take it as an extra level of incentive when they see another fighter cut.
Gives them a mental edge.
Good hook by Brown. Emery with 2, then Brown with 2. This will not be a picnic for the judges.
No, this is going to be a very closely scored fight. I gave Brown that last round, but it was a close round. Blood still pouring out of Emery's nose.
Brown trying to work hard on the inside. Good hook by Leona Brown. She's found a home for that. Good jab by Emery. And Brown stalking here.
And both of these fighters seem to be in real good shape. They don't seem to be tiring too much.
And there's a nice right hand by Emery. And a good uppercut by Emery. We're seeing quite an arsenal by both, and Brown right on top of her. Good action between these junior featherweights.
Absolutely, good fight.
This is the fight that the matchmaker sits back and said, they did a good job here. Matchmaker's delight. Tough on the managers and the trainers, good for the fans as the 4th round comes to a close.
The best of everything is at the Tropicana. And continuing right here, the Tropicana show from September 6th. Atlantic City's only
And Brown missing over the top, but had Emery in her sights the entire round, and a good uppercut by Emery. And there's Brown. The right hook went southpaw for a second. Well, she is relentless.
Yeah, she just keeps coming at her. She usually has a good sense of balance with her footwork, and it appears that she's leaping a little bit there, but she's landing the punches, and they seem to be doing some damage. So.
The punches flow. Let's go.
We start round 5 of a close and intriguing battle between Leona Brown in the white trunks and Sonia Emery. Emery with the height and reach advantage. Brown has been doing a good job on the inside. This is Dave Fontemple along with Lucy Jones and Jack McCaffrey. You're watching WIBF Saturday night at the fights. You'll see top women's boxing every week, and October 30th, pay-per-view. We'll work it out on the inside now. Jab by Brown.
Yeah, Leona should be trying to go to the body a little bit more. She's gotten away from that. As soon as she saw the blood, she just started headhunting.
It's hard to avoid that.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, yeah, the trainers will tell you about technique and everything, but you see the blood. How do you not jump after that? Good right hand by Leona Brown. Over the jab of Sonia Emery. Good right hand by Brown.
Sonia is ranked number 2 in one of the divisions and number 3 in the WIBF, number 2 in the IWBF, and Leona is ranked number 5, so they're very closely ranked as well.
Closely ranked and closely matched here. Up for grabs. Good combination by Leona Brown. Good two-punch combination, and that is the type of action the judges may remember the intensity of those shots. Good right by Emery. It's a shame this is scheduled for 6. We could watch this one for a while.
Right.
So they come to the end of round 5 with Brown and Emery mixing it up in pleasing fashion. So we're done with 5 rounds here. Let's go down to Jack McCaffrey with Chris Cruz. Jack?
Thank you, Dave. We're here with one of the pioneers of women's boxing, but she's been off for 4 years. This is her second fight after a 4-year layoff. Chris Cruz. Chris, you look like you're ready to go tonight.
I feel real good. I feel real good.
Do you know much about your opponent, Deborah the Knockout Nichols? She's 6-0.
I sure do. I've seen a couple tapes on her. She's got a good jab, good right hand. That's about it in her arsenal. So I'm looking to move a lot, get under that, and work the body.
One of our ladies in blue, a Chicago police officer. What do you enjoy more, the police officer position or the professional boxing opportunity?
This is my heart right here. This is why I'm back in it. I've been doing it for 12 years and took a layoff, but something I love, and I'm back in it doing it again.
So you're back at the fast track tonight.
Yes, I am.
Chris Cruz, good luck.
Okay, showtime.
Back to Lucy and Dave.
All right, Jack. Chris Cruz and Deborah Nichols will fight later, and Bonnie Canino is rumored for the winner of that for a title bout, so a lot on the line. They both know it. And we go into round 6 of a fight with a lot on the line also. Leona Brown and Sonia Emery. This has been a good one with Brown on the inside, pounding away, and Emery on the outside. Lucy through 5. How are you seeing this?
Dave, I have Brown up by 2 rounds right now.
Doing the good work on the inside, Leona Brown, which would mean that Emery would need a knockdown in the 6th to stem that tide. And of course, so many rounds have been close. But Leona Brown is doing some good work to the body, and that's maybe what Emery has not been able to accomplish.
Yeah, she hasn't been able to do that at all.
Nice right hand by Emery as Brown kept coming, absorbed it, and continued to keep coming.
That's what you gotta love about Leona Brown. She'll take a shot, come right back. But Sonia Emery is, as you mentioned, she hasn't gotten to Leona's body at all.
And sometimes that is the bugaboo of the taller fighters. They can't control exactly the way they want outside. And they've got a problem on the inside because that's not their forte. Brown and Emery. It's been an entertaining battle. You see the open glove hand again of Emery. Maybe one reason its power has not been there for this Austin, Texas native. Leona Brown listed out of Buffalo, New York.
But she's tentatively scheduled, depending on what happens tonight, to fight Eva Young in September. That would be a tough fight.
She seems like a louder version of Eva Young.
She sure does.
In terms of personality and boxing. This one is over. Good battle. Leona Brown and Sonia Emery. Leona Brown thinks she's won. Sonia Emery, glad she's done. And if the faces told the story, it was Leona Brown's fight.
That's right. According to my card, it was.
And here's good jab by Leona Brown. I think she had the most highly emphasized punches in this battle. A head-on shot. Emery taking a jab even as she continues to come forward. Blood coming, and that is one thing that Brown was able to work on a lot, is the quick combination punching inside. And that may be a big difference for her, along with her body shots. Sonia Emery fought well and maybe faded a bit in the stretch. So that's how it looked from here. We'll see how the judges have it.
Yeah, she needed to keep Leona on the outside, and Leona was able to get inside all night, and she made it her fight.
So we see Leona Brown with the had the white outfit with the red evidence of what she had been doing. There it is, white trunks with the red stats, and
there goes the downtown dance.
Yeah, why wait for the judges? She thinks she's got it now, so take advantage of that time. Leona Brown, some of the refreshing personalities you see. Now, how are you going to grade the dance here?
I give it an A.
All right. Leona Brown with no doubt. And we're ready for it now. Let's get the final numbers from Dean Calabrese.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecard and have a split decision. Judge George Hill scores the bout 58-56 Brown. Judge Al DeVito scores the bout 58-56 Brown. And Judge Amo Conforti scores the bout 59-56 Emery. Your winner by split decision and still undefeated, Downtown Leona Brown.
So Downtown Brown, she got the little road construction and she was able to get it. A split decision, not upset at all by the cards, and here she goes doing the whatever she calls the Leona Brown shuffle. Split decision, and 4 rounds to 2 on 2 cards for Brown, and across the way a 3-point win for Emery. So Leona Brown may have her own dance school when this is done. A very entertaining figure, and here is Emery on the outside and Brown studying, and there's the exchange.
Yeah, and I bet she was, when she heard the split decision, she wasn't thinking about her dance.
No, she broke into that dance pretty quickly, though, and she's over now with Jack McCaffrey. Go ahead, Jack.
You didn't seem at all upset by the fact that it was a split decision.
Oh, no. Well, that's what the judges thought. Hey, I gotta win. I beat her butt, all right?
And you...
See, I said either she was gonna get knocked out or take the 6-round beating.
Well, you said you were waiting a long time for this fight, so you had a lot of pent-up energy.
That's right. And I don't appreciate the article that's in the book about me, because the girls that I fought girls with way much more experience than I, and they didn't even knock them out. So who's fighting bums? They couldn't even knock out a bum, but I knocked them out. That's all I gotta say, you know?
So, Leona.
That's right, baby. Holy New York.
Leona, right here.
What?
We'll finish up. So where do you go from here? What's your next fight?
I want Pear Drag, all right? If Ron with me. I can come down to her weight, you know? Let's get it on, Pedro. Come on downtown, baby. I know you like shopping downtown.
All right, Leona, thank you. Back to Lucy and Dave.
The Leona Brown, part boxer, part promoter, and maybe ranked #1 across the dance halls of America with this performance, and very sensitive about her opponent's schedule strength.
Yes, and of course we brought that up during the fight, and certainly something that you have to look at when you're looking at opponents, and she called out Power Drain.